At first, you might think that the people that do the marketing cannot get into your mind. They cannot manipulate you. You are too smart for them. You're a smart cookie. I'm here to tell you that they have manipulated your entire life without you even knowing. There are little tricks that they have done that convinced you to buy their products. And I'm just going to talk to you about a couple of them. Well, have you ever heard this saying and have you ever used this saying and actually taken action off of this saying? That breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Guess who came up with that phrase? That was John Arthur Kellogg. Kellogg. Eyebrows raised. What? Wait, now you can see the bias. You can see where that phrase came from. You can see the bias of the intention of saying that phrase in the first place. Kellogg's cornflakes, and all the other cereal brands that are brought to you by Kellogg's. Kellogg brought that saying of the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Maybe it isn't. Yeah, maybe it's not. Who knows? I can't take that as independent advice anymore. This might be one that could actually get you going, but I will say that I'll explain my view as well. Empowering women. Okay. Don't get defensive. I'll explain to you why empowering women was a marketing tool that was used to sell cigarettes to women. A long time ago, cigarettes were mainly only smoked by men. There are certainly things that usually come with a certain gender. Like in general, you would generally say that a woman would wear makeup and men do not really wear makeup. It's just a general rule, it's not for everyone, but generally that's what you would see. There's more likely you would see makeup on a woman than a man. We all know that's true. It's reality. So in the same way, once upon a time, you generally would not see a woman with a cigarette, but you would see a man with a cigarette. So the men would be smoking cigarettes, and the cigarette companies wondered, how can we increase our sales? Well, there's an entire half of the world that we are not selling to because of this principle of just only men smoke. So they marketed this as, we need to empower women to smoke. Now, maybe at the time they did not actually know that cigarettes were killing people. I'm not sure what they knew. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know what they knew at the time. But they then said, women, you should be empowered, you should be allowed to smoke. And that took off a generation, actually multiple generations of women buying cigarettes, a thing that eventually must have killed so many people. This is quite dark here. But this is the power of marketing. They do not care about you, they care about depleting your funds. But empowering women as a marketing tool is a joke, especially on something that is going to kill those women and kill anyone that you're selling to. That is a joke. Absolutely, I think the empowering women absolutely should be a thing, but it should not be part of marketing to sell stuff. That in itself is a joke. I will say that the company itself, well done, it worked. It worked big time and you made a lot of profit. You did what you set out to do. You are an impressive person for what you have done. However, I do not condone what you have done, and it is a joke to say that we will empower women so they can smoke cigarettes, and that will kill a lot of actually, I'm going to rein it in a bit because that was a bit dark. But this is the power of marketing. The power of marketing, it can change the world and change generations of people. So you have to watch out for when marketing kicks in. You really have to look into the root cause of your feelings and self-reflect on why you want to do things and why you want things. Is it what you want, or is it marketing that has manipulated you? Another way to market things is to reduce the supply. You will see this when it comes to sports trainers, especially special edition sports trainers. You will also see this when it comes to diamonds. Diamonds are mined out of the earth, And you think then they go onto a shelf and they are sold, they're cut and shaped into jewelry, they go onto a shelf and they're sold to you. First of all, they're sold to you at a humongous market, at a humongous markup. They're about double the price of what they're actually worth. And what also happens is there is a big vault. I'm not sure where it is, but there's loads of big vaults around the world that are full of diamonds that are not for sale. The diamond industry is squeezing the supply, which increases the demand and makes it more expensive for you. So you have to spend more money. You could get cheaper diamonds. You could get much cheaper diamonds, much cheaper shoes, much cheaper special edition sports shoes. But the whole point is to limit the supply so you spend about double the money, maybe triple, maybe quadruple the amount of money that this item is actually worth, just so they can get more money out of you. This is another tool. It's unnecessary. All these products are available to you and they should be there at a more reasonable price, but these are the tactics that they use so you spend more money. This is all a marketing tool to get more money from you and not actually provide you with more value. They actually want to provide you with less value for your money. That's the point. They want more money, so they bring less value to you. So these are a few marketing tools. We went from kind of light-hearted, kind of funny, but also quite dark at times as well in this one. So I do apologize for the general way that this video has gone, but this is the truth. It's serious. It's really serious that marketing does not care about you whatsoever. They just care about taking your money.